Eddie Van Halen here, telling you, keep playing, man. Gotta keep playing. It's the only thing there is. Music, man. Keep playing. All right? I'm gonna come looking for you if you don't.
What is up? What is up, ladies and gentlemen? What is going on? Sunday fun day. It is Sunday's community jam. We are here. It is May 18th, 2025, 5:09 p.m. in the Eastern, and we are set and ready to go. We had Trev was struggling to get in here, but I see he finally made his way in.
Ended up closing everything and starting it over again, and it fired right up.
I was seeing some. I couldn't get on my phone with, and then Randy said that he couldn't get on his phone either. I was trying to set some stuff up earlier.
And about new features. I'm like,
right?
I'm busy.
Yeah. Well, here we are. Hopefully, we are live. Everybody can see us, so we'll find out in just a minute.
Features, man. No
But
features.
here we are. We have with us John Shane, R2, R3, Locking Nut, Jimmy, the Biter, and we've got also Randy, the Red Bull Ripper, and then Trev
Big pony.
over in that corner. Welcome in, dudes and gentlemen, and we are glad to see you and ready to go. We got
Super symmetry.
Super symmetry. That is correct. We've been missing you for a while, Trev. You've been out at a trade
What a busy
show.
week.
Hey?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Sometimes the industry demands your attention,
Well, the best part was expensing meals all week long.
right? That was the best part.
That was the best part. I ate pretty well last week and probably
Right.
up 5 or 6 pounds.
Yeah, hey. Nothing wrong with that, I guess. Putting a little meat on the bones.
That's right.
I don't know what Matt is up to. If I've
I'll
been
fire
so
him a
busy.
link.
Yeah, fire him a link if he wants to jump in. But let's get over here and let's say hello, thank you, and appreciation for our channel members. We do have channel membership available. If you help support us in that manner, we greatly, greatly appreciate it. It does help to keep the lights on, the strings and things, and all that good stuff. So we appreciate all of our channel members, old and new.
Crazy.
Plus, we're going to be doing a giveaway soon, and channel members will be eligible for the grand prize. There will be some other things that normal subscribers will be eligible for, but the grand prize will go to a channel member. So keep that in mind. All right. Thank you, all channel members. We've got some folks in the chat. Let's get it unzipped. Let's see who's here. And there he is, first one out. E. coli's here, saying howdy friends and looking forward to the Sunday jam. Right on, right on. He's hoping that Gandalf, aka Trev, is back. He is. There he is, right there, sir. And he's showing you what he's drinking. Got the Heine.
It's been a decade since I've had a Heineken. It's good.
Dude.
Oh wow.
It's been a while.
I can't remember the last time I've had a Heineken. I got one and I snapped it open. I was like, oh, it stinks so bad.
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
This one's not.
I was like,
got it
that is the true definition of
changed-
skunky beer.
They changed the recipe too.
Did they?
Maybe you got the Heineken.
I got the Heine, that's for sure. It's like right in the hole. Ugh, it was awful.
Yeah, they get skunky.
Look at here. Got some cha-ching, cha-ching. Hip Metalworks re-upping his OU crew membership. Thank you, Hip. We appreciate the support. Speaking of support, here's channel member Stephen Franklin, who donated quite a few items for the giveaway. One being a Boss, the grand prize. Where is it? Where did I put it? I put it out of the way. What is it? A GTX 1000 floorboard? Right on.
Wait, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So we're looking forward to that. We're thinking sometime in August. Is that what we determined?
Yeah,
Rev?
around your birthday, right?
Right. So we'll give it a few months, and we'll get some hype generated about that, and we'll give it away in August. What did we determine? That was when we started our membership, and
In and around, I think it was July 18th.
right around there. So we were going to shoot for my birthday area, so we'll do that. All righty, let's see. Welcome in, Stephen Franklin. We've got channel member, crew member, and panel member today making a rare appearance. It's R2R3, a Locking Nut.
Yeah.
Good to have you here, Al. Let's see. Or should I call you Tony? Or should I call you Ray?
R3.
Channel member, all Dave, all night is here saying hey to the whole crew. Right on. Good to see you. Good to see you all day. Welcome in, man. Let's see. Channel member, crew member, and panel member. Jimmy Biter.
General, dickhead in general.
Right.
Jimmy!
Parental advisory. Exactly.
No.
Glad to have you here, Jimmy. Let's see.
friend.
Channel member Zach Thong is here. Good to see you, Zach. Also, channel member and new mother Hillary is here. Good to see you, Hillary.
Up all night.
Let's see. What is that Pink Floyd song? Let's see.
Gilmore, baby. Gilmore.
Mother, do you think
Pick a
they dropped the bomb? Right on.
Try to break my balls.
Exactly.
I put that dog song on the other day there on YouTube. It's 18 minutes long. The actual whole song is
Right?
pretty awesome,
I
man.
should probably
Count
work.
yourself lucky that we only do it in 10.
I'm down with 20 minutes of that. I can take it.
Party.
Let's see. Who else we got? Channel member a Dave Dude. I don't know which Dave Dude it is, but it's some Dave Dude. Welcome in. Welcome in.
What's up, Dave?
Let's see. Who else we got? Hey, look at here. We've got channel member Edvis. Celebrates 20 months of membership. Has it been that long? Has it been that long? Nice. Edvis, the Upper Decker King.
It's his birthday today. Happy birthday, brother.
Right on. Happy, man. Glad to have you here, Ed.
Birthday, bro.
Let's see. Who else do we have hanging out? There's No Man's Land. Saying happy Sunday. He has had that flag tucked in his pocket for several months and has not been able to use it. Let's keep it up. Yeah. Let's see. Channel member Paul McNary is here. Good to see you, Paul. I hope all is well with you and the cats. So welcome in, sir.
Raccoon.
And a raccoon. What?
Raccoon walking around his kitchen the other day.
Oh, no. We got channel member Cucumber. CMBR is here. Good to see you, man. Let's see. Hit Metalworks, we said hey to when he cha-chinged for us. Let's see. Keep scrolling. Channel member Guitar Talk Universe. Quentin is in the house. Good to see you, Q. Thanks for hanging out. Let's see. Scrolling. We've got Dora McMahon is here saying happy Sunday fun day. Good to see you, Dora. William De Silva also hanging out with us. Good to see you, William. Welcome in. Channel member and mod for the channel is Arky saying hello to everyone. Good to see you, Arky. And I think that we have caught up with the chat. We got 25,000 watching right now. Hopefully you get some more pouring in later after Pete Thorne is done. Jibber jabber.
Dave and Jason are going. They're doing an amp thing.
Oh,
are they? All that. Well, we got the most important people here. We got Mike 40 Grit channel member saying, "Hey guys, good to see you, man. Good to see you. Thanks for hanging out." And let's see, if I missed you in the chat, sorry. Say something. I'll catch you. So, hey, let's start off with something here. Let's do a Lori's Mishmash tribute tune. This is G minor, boys.
Oh no!
G. I think. go. I have to find my mic slider there. There we go. There we go.
Yay.
Ah, nice little warm up, hey?
Carlos and me now.
Yeah, see? Very good, very good. Let's see, we got Todd, 0864 channel member, found his way in as we were doing the como blah, blah, blah. Good to see you, Todd. Let's see, Zach throwing up some thorns there. Arky throwing some flames for R2, right on. And some Dave dude throwing out a little something. $5 super chat or sticker or something to say cash money. Thank you, Dave.
Gash.
Thank you, brother. Thank
Cash,
you.
gash money?
For you.
Let's see. Todd says, cool, rocking the old cockstock. I have a 7-string version. Great guitars.
Oh my God.
That would be you, R2, I guess. Let's see, what else is going on in the chat? Cucumber Charville guy kicking it. As always, man. Randy's always kicking it.
Cock it.
Let's see. Zach Thong went on Camp G-Maze last night. Didn't play, just hanging out. Cool, man. Let's see, what else is going on? Hey, there's Sean Hockey. Sounding great, men of the crew. Thank you, Sean. Welcome in, sir. Good to see you hanging. There's Mitch Heyman is here as well, saying hey to the crew. Good to see you, Mitch.
Brother Mitch.
Was it earlier today that he and Charles went on?
Yeah, I think.
I saw something pop up, and I was busy doing something. I was like, did they go live?
I was out buying prime rib and beer.
I'll have to catch a replay on that.
I had a Formula One race to watch.
Right?
No
Excuses.
spoilers, John. That'd probably be a good one.
Well, what's new, boys? What's going on? What's happening?
I
Jimmy.
got a 2-pound prime rib sitting in the fridge. Ooh, we got prime rib. Safeway, John. It's on sale this week. $11 a pound.
I just put a pork roast in the oven before.
Nice.
Jimmy.
We're probably going to be talking about that on Tuesday, so can't give too much away.
Okay.
Thought we were doing a modders show.
Well, I think that was the whole premise around that guitar there, right?
I guess.
Take your pick of the many heavily modified ones that I
Right.
have.
Of the
No,
8,000 that he already has.
Is that a bolt-on?
Sure.
It's not, and he did change the neck, Al.
It's a set neck, and he changed the neck. He heated it up, and
Is it a set net with like a bolt through screws?
Yeah, just a one bolt.
Your fiend multi-tool out.
I used my Leatherman to do it.
Perfect.
Nice. Yeah.
Leatherman and a nice
Love those
pick.
tools, man. I even
It
have
was
a
actually
The heel of a shoe.
it was actually funny. The other day I was playing a Tom Anderson, which basically is their version of this. But in the back here, there's a bolt there and a bolt there, and this whole situation is a lot narrower. But it's got a weird kind of pattern to the cut of the inset, so it kind of puts it in and is locked into place, and the bolts are just kind of basically hold the neck on.
Hold it there in place, yeah.
Feel really solid.
Very good.
I've never seen that before.
Different methods.
Hey, never
Let's
seen
see.
that before.
40 Grit, question for Randy. New headphones?
Yes.
His second pair of new
ear
headphones, I think.
muffins.
Yeah.
First pair sucked or something. I don't know.
God, first pair were terrible for me. Of course, they
Picking
could.
up on the audio
They could.
technicals.
They could have just been bad.
I melted the first pair.
From your hot licks or
Something, man.
That reminds me of idiot singers back in the 90s. Oh, I was screaming so loud that I blew up the PA. Fuck off, you did.
Blew up something, but it probably wasn't a PA.
Yeah.
Yeah, 40 of these are the Sennheiser HD 490 Pros. They're open back, so I'm trying to keep my mic a little low or muted so people don't echo.
Thanks to Dimebag Daryl, I have tinnitus.
only Dimebag Daryl?
Yeah, I went to
Thanks
a
to Jeff Hayden.
I went to a
I got
Pantera
tinnitus.
concert, and that was it, man.
Well, Thanks to Jana Jameson, I have tendonitis.
I miss her. Back in the 90s.
Simmer down, bro.
Pre or post boob job?
The pre's were amazing. She was,
Yeah, I think that's one of the worst things a woman can do to herself.
You moved on from Christy Canyon to.
You got itty
still
bitties.
doing a podcast.
You got itty bitties. Just leave them alone. You know, they're
Small,
perfect.
sensitive. Anyway.
You know. Anyway. Hey, I think that somebody is ringing the doorbell. Let's see who it is. It is Smoking Matt McCullough. Right on. Jesus. All right, we need to get his levels pulled down a little bit. There we go. Jesus.
Now I need another
coming in hot.
set of headphones.
Right, those are blown out. It's like Jimmy all over again.
Randy, how
Jeez.
those headphones, man?
Well, I was in
I like them.
what you call it, StreamYard. So
Yeah.
Right. So your vocals are low, but your effects were high.
Well, I
vocals
turned
should be
him.
normal now.
There you go.
I turned him way down there, so I bump him up just a touch again.
Jerk reaction. It's like,
Yeah. It's like,
I think Maddie may have eclipsed Jimmy's. Jimmy was the pioneer, but
fuck up.
Man, let me turn you down a
Well,
little bit.
I only did it like, what, once or twice? There you go.
that's it. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. You were the OG, but I think Maddie's taken the crown.
yeah.
At
It's like
least Matt's
every time.
consistent.
Consistently fucking things up.
What is going on, Matt? How you been, dude?
Chilling. I think I have a way to play my DAW through the thing now.
I had a lady compliment my shirt today.
You can play your DAW through your thing, dude? Yeah, dude.
And if I reach around hard enough,
I did a little premiere of the lap steel on Quentin's show. Was it yesterday?
Yep.
Yeah. And
Talk Universe?
sounded pretty good. Sounded pretty good.
GTU, man. GTU.
GTU.
watch
yeah.
the replay on that.
Guitar Tech
I didn't know what I was
University.
doing, but you know,
I think those palm benders would kind of be second nature given the trans trimness you have built into you.
I don't know. I hadn't even tried those. I turned the little knobs around where I didn't touch them. I'm not.
Palm bender, is that a technique for Jimmy? Palm bender?
That's part of his Jenna Jameson technique.
Called a triple tornado twisting death kick reach around.
Oh, brother.
Palm bender.
The McDonald's tray ass slap.
The double arches.
Double arches, yeah.
For those who know.
Oh man, oh man.
Time for another beer. I'll be right back.
Some Dave dude says XLR urethra.
I heard
right.
your tune, Maddie. It was really good. You
Yeah.
posted it. Where was it on YouTube? I watched it, I think.
Yeah, I call that Sunday Fun Day because it was a test to see if the DAW would work within the Roadcaster.
Right.
Gotcha.
So I can perform that now.
Preform it.
Cool.
Dance, monkey, dance.
I could. Let's see if it works.
Some.
John is saying hit it, so
Is that a thing you can hear?
That
yes,
is a thing we can
heard
do.
that.
Oh, that's creepy, man.
Sweet. It's a good thing I practiced because this riff sucks.
Supposed to.
Seems like it's not something you improvise too much over. You guys will get it in a second.
Yeah, it's very drum orientated. If you want to call it that. All right, now we gotta see if everything works again.
Get ready for your ears to be blown out, ladies and
Watch your
gentlemen.
ears, fellers.
Oh,
Oh, there's that. Should be about
Tune
right.
to the key of
Tune to
balls.
nothing. Noise gate not working.
can you just put yourself to unity with each other? Your guitar, your backing track.
That's what I tend to do, yeah.
you'd
But then it's
think
like
so.
overpowering when I come in here for some reason.
The computer volume that varies depending on your use.
I don't know why it does that. All right, we're gonna try a couple things.
Guitar up. There you go.
Good little buddy. That's it.
Holy hell, that was really bassy on my end.
Sounded good here.
Did it?
Crispy, dude. Yeah, that's right. Our teeth gets it. Real digging it.
Sounds good, bro. Sounded good.
Oh, the heavy.
Kind of digging that guitar the way it's got that Firebird kind of thing with the neck through body design. Right?
I'm telling you, next through.
You can really see the way it flares out.
Right. It's got that,
German car.
yeah, like you said, the Firebird kind of style.
Yeah.
Got a bevel.
Que rico. Digging it. Digging it.
It's a fancy bass.
It's muy bueno, bro.
Sounds good, man. Muy bien. Right, what's next, boys? Got ourselves a John DeShay.
Sounded really good through YouTube, like out front.
Yeah.
Sweet. Did not
Well
sound good on
balanced.
my end.
Oh, no, this is
That's the worst when that happens.
Yeah, it sounded like it was just blowing the speakers out, but I was at the levels and everything was unity, so I was like, okay, there's something to do with the DAW.
Might be because you're playing in the brown note.
You need new headphones, bro.
Well, I am using in-ears today, so everything is different.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
In yours, too?
Fancy pants.
In yours.
There's one somewhere special.
I'll bet.
Helps me keep rhythm.
That's that third input, right? Does it have an LED light that flashes with the
Can you
bass?
play a harmonica?
Can. Depends
Like Family Guy.
how much Taco Bell I've eaten.
Taco Bell.
Peter said on
This
the
next John looks
harmonica.
like he's looking for something. He's fishing.
Well, let's go all happy in the key of E.
Happy in the
Randy's
key
like,
of
what?
E.
Happy.
Well, compared to this, to what we just
Well,
heard.
it's all relative, indeed.
It's all good. Yeah, yeah.
It's all
Let's
up
go.
from here.
Fucking hit it, John.
Tracks for kings.
You want to go, Ryan?
Everybody gets a turn. Everybody gets a turn.
Everybody.
That was cool. Is that a new one?
Yeah, it is. And you've been fucked the last 3 times. You're always gone, and then you get like a second. And then
Right.
it's over, so
All right. Well, cool. That was pretty cool one.
Good dig it. Good dig it.
make sure that you would have a go.
Right on. Appreciate it. Let's see. We've got channel member El Bourget is here. Right on. Good to see you. Good to see you. Channel member Kush Man has found his way in. Good to see you, Kush.
Brother
Let's
Kush.
see. We got a Skunk 21 is here. Watching this always makes me want to grab one of my guitars and jam. See?
That's
what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about. Let's see. Maddie is saying I use S9 in my songs, jamming here. It's a harmony effect in the Cortex.
Yeah.
I guess that was answering some questions there. Let's see. Who else?
Not to be confused with the Cortex.
I do use a Cortex.
There he is. The one, the only. CLS. Christopher Livesova is here.
What's up, man?
Good to see you. Good to see you. Let's see. We got Wayne McConnell is hanging out as well. Good to see you, Wayne. Good to see you. Good to see you. Let's see. Who else? And there he is. I saw him sneak in. The one, the only, the man, the myth, the legend. The host of Saturday Night Show Me Your Pick, Fruitcake Tony, is here.
Show me your what?
You
Good
said
to
pick,
see
right?
Said pick. Yes.
I had a different Saturday night.
Was looking all over for him yesterday. Couldn't find him.
Right?
Yeah, he took a night off.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. Been there and done that.
It happened.
I was busy last night, so
That
Making
happens.
butter.
it happens from time to time. Some Dave Dude says, I remember when I first was into golf and I had my dad's old Titleist and everyone had pings. So forgiving. Anyway, Trev, we need to team up on 1-to-1 cam and play. I can help us get on the A team. Hey,
Down with that, Dave. Down with that, brother.
I thought that said titties.
hey,
Titties are good too.
yeah.
Even
You have to teach him a Chilliwack song.
Oh shit! How come Ryan's the only one who's got a name up?
Because it will cycle. So depending on when
Now I got my name up. Ooh, I'm famous.
depending on when we came into the room, it will cycle in and out every 59
Hollywood
seconds.
Squares.
It's giving me a headache.
Perfect.
It kind of stays out of the way when we're playing, but it comes up to let people know who it is that's playing at that time.
Who's that guy?
Anybody
It's a
that's
real nice feature.
unfamiliar with us, so we could all leave and then come back, and they would all come on at the same time. if
My
that-
daughter's distraught because went outside this morning and found a bird not able to fly, hopping around, and she's been tending to the bird for the last couple hours, and apparently it just passed. And she's crushed.
Circle of life.
Oh no! Well, it's the
could have done it a favor right at the
circle of
beginning and
life.
He could have, yeah,
Just grabbed it by the head and go over. No more
I mean,
suffering.
it could have just died on its own out in the loneliness, but I mean, it had her for the last
Don't
couple
let
hours.
nature
It's like-
take its course.
Yeah, and it's
Just,
excruciating pain.
Hold it by the feet.
If you see Becca pop in here, and she's
Step on its wings and pull.
Yeah, hold it by its feet, step on its wings, and just pull.
that's how you do it.
Then you got
Pain
dinner.
over.
You got
a
dinner.
beautiful
You have to
bird.
catch it first. I mean, you cut the head off and it starts running around like.
Didn't deserve any of this.
Gosh.
Everybody in the chat for just $2 a day.
Breaking news.
You could save a
You
bird.
could save
Who was
a bird.
that fat bitch? What was her name? Something
Sally
Struthers?
Struthers. Yeah.
Or for free, you can have tiny chicken wings.
Here's Paulie, I think.
Quentin is just in time. He could do that to his birds and have
What
a dinner
up,
for the
Q?
evening.
What up, Paul?
That's gonna hit home.
That's right. Straight to hell.
They're probably
It's as
his
if-
bird tastes like
Yeah.
Pall Malls.
But you know, Quentin, at least we'll be able to cook our birds there.
I didn't smoke these birds.
Uh,
A little bird.
What's
I think
next,
it was
Dylan?
a robin too. It had the red breast.
hey, look at here. We've got Rene Fernandez is here. Is working overtime today, but seeing you. Okay, awesome as always. All of you great players. Thank you, sir. We appreciate it.
Thank you much.
Absolutely. What is next, gentlemen? What is on the agenda?
More smiles.
A little more A minor.
Could be a minor.
Okay.
Sure. Hit it. Well, that was a cool one.
I think that's my new favorite one.
That's a good
Right?
jam. That's definitely my new favorite.
Very, very cool.
I got to step away for 10 or 15. I got to get my pork out and then wrapped up and all that bullshit. I said that on purpose.
Right?
You got to be on some kind of list to say shit like that.
Go pull your hog out.
I'm on every list.
Pull your pork out, bro.
All right. We'll see you in a bit.
Pull it. He's gonna pull his pork.
Let's see what is happening in the chat. We got Way Up Dude is here. Nobody here has a Super Mario guitar? No.
Yeah, right here.
No.
Oh, that's good.
Let's see. Who else has something to say?
Anybody else
Some
ever
Dave dude working on my white 79 Tokai Les Paul Reborn. Gonna be my prog metal tool. Just saving sentiment set.
Seymour Duncan.
Sentient.
Oh, I have those on my Jackson. My Jackson.
Those are Seymour, right? Seymour Duncan?
Yes.
Your
You know when Ryan was here, the only guitar he complimented was the Jackson.
It wasn't that I didn't compliment the others.
No, I mean,
just
you had the most to say about was the Jackson baritone. You're like, oh man, this thing
right back.
feels great, feels resonant because it is really weird how light it is and how resonant it is because it's not made out of wood.
well, different strokes for different folks. Is all.
I call it the particle board guitar.
Particle board. Randy the Red Bull Ranger.
I'm regretting not buying a Red Bull.
LRJ
holding
Sweet
off.
Notes. Right on.
Off.
Heineken.
Let's see.
No other choice.
Zach Thong says, your opinion on this for this type of thing, playing electric guitar in here. Should I mic my amp or get amplitude?
Mic your amp.
Well, my opinion is to mic an amp. But our best success that we have found is the Quad Cortex that Matt is rocking and the Sin 2 that
Things are working pretty well, I gotta say.
these guys over there
Especially
are
with that
rocking.
modular preamplifier situation. I mean, that just opens up a whole new world.
But I think the main thing, though, is to get a quality input device that you can actually control.
Right.
So I think that's the main thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Roadcaster's the main thing for all of us.
Yeah.
Gonna hook up the
And now the Roadcaster is just the most convenient thing for what we're doing. It's got the pads for the backing tracks. It has everything that mixes in together, so it's all sent out at Unity. Are there better interfaces? Of course. The Apollo, what
Lies.
you call it.
All lies. Don't listen to him.
But in a pinch, I mean, that Scarlet.
He didn't
2i2
mean that,
worked
Road.
Pretty good. Before I got my
No, I
Roadcaster
mean,
from Brother Matt.
You start talking about studio type interfaces. You're looking
True,
at
true.
the Apollo and all that, but
Could
you
use my
can't
Quantum if I wanted to, but
you can't do the same just all in one. Hit buttons, adjust your sliders. You got all your stuff coming in. The Rodecaster Pro 2 is the perfect tool for broadcasting and
it just handles
podcasting.
the latency thing somehow. It just
Not
magically-
sponsored by Rode, but we should be.
Magically,
We
deals
should be.
with it.
Right?
We should
At
be.
least over 10 for sure. You've influenced at least 10 people to get me.
Yep. Let's see what else is going on in the chat. Renee says, thanks to the Master Randy, I decided my next guitar will be a Charvel without doubt.
Go figure. As soon as he said Randy, I knew where it was.
But Randy does have recommendations for different models that are within his wheelhouse. So,
Pretty particular about things.
which is Mexican made from 2008 to 2012 or something like that.
No.
No, Japanese made.
08 to 10 USAs and 2010, 2011 Japanese.
There you go. There
The
you
ones
go.
made from Greece.
I
The,
like
Mex-
my Mexican one.
the Mexican ones aren't bad, but you just need to know that as soon as you get it, you're probably going to have to put some money in it to have the frets leveled and crowned and
Yeah, there's that.
all that stuff.
Some of
All
us
that
do
good
that
stuff.
work ourselves, right, Jimmy?
But I had to do the same thing with the last two Japanese ones, but they're old.
Yeah.
So,
Ain't nothing wrong with being old. Just saying.
That's why you buy an ESP or Jackson.
Yeah, my Mexican had really, really bad fretwork. But I expect that from Fender Mexico. That's because all my Fender Mexicos were like that.
Some Dave dude is saying he's not a fan where the store is located, but wow, if y'all got some newfound easy money, dude, Coast Sonic and Reverb has some doozies.
Yeah, I have an opinion on that about Coast Sonic.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it's a very favorable opinion.
It's not.
All the time I spend on reverb is when Matt's on reverb. And hanging.
Every night.
He's showing us.
Coast Sonic's got some cool guitars on there, but he wants way more than what they're worth for them, and does not move on his price. So it's kind of like, you're a little out of your mind there, bud. This is why you see he's had the same guitars on there for a year.
Gotcha. Look here, we got a wild channel member. Blue Mox is in the channel.
Blue Mox.
In the chat, it says, cheers crew in chat. Ham, hominy, baby backs, and asparagus a cooking.
Nice.
Fella eats
Sounds
a lot
good.
of ribs. I'm just saying.
Hominy,
I'm
hominy,
jealous.
hominy.
I'm just a little jealous.
That's a
Hamahominy.
that's a garbanzo bean something or another, isn't it? Hominy.
How many grits?
Am I right? Am I right or am I mistaken?
He got that city plumbing.
Maybe I'm thinking of
Sounds like
hummus.
vegetables, and vegetables taste like sad.
They just taste like sad. Well, boys, this is Sunday's community jam, and from the community, I have a submission from Jacques, Alaskan Rockstar.
I was hoping we'd see this.
So this is quite a few minutes long, and it is really, really good. He calls it, what was it that he called it? Hang on just a second. He calls it surfing with the Alaskan on a Satriani style melody. And look at here, we got a we got a late submission from
Trev and I were thinking the same
CMBR
thing,
as well.
man.
Let me download CMBR submission here.
Surfing with the Alaskan.
I did break down and buy a bottle of American bourbon. Just saying.
Nothing wrong with that.
The benchmark. The
Oh, you're gonna get rated now.
All right, so let's
Cancel Trev.
It's fine. It's
What the
fine.
hell he's thinking?
let's check out Alaskan Rockstar. Shall we?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Right on, man. That was rocking.
Fucking fat on it. I'm not that fat. Okay?
Yeah, I mean, that sounds cool.
I'm not that fat.
What the heck is that supposed to mean, R2? You're muted.
The hell is that?
That sounded awesome. That was all of he said he had 3 tracks. He did one hard left, one hard right, and then up the middle he had on that track. Sounded really, really good. A lot of ode to Satriani in that. You could hear it.
That was cool, man.
Jimmy, Jimmy and Randy, gonna have to figure out that that lick he was doing. That was pretty cool. What was that? That one over there? That was cool. Anyway.
You talking about that stream skipping thing
Yes.
he was doing?
Yes. Yes.
Something in the nature of
No, he was barely picking. It was all legato, it looked like.
oh, well, I don't know. My legato sucks. So
We'll have to get Tony Legato to show us. Let's see what is going on. Cushman NYC. Did we say hello to Cushman? We're going to say it right now. Let's see. Way Up Dude is not worthy. Yeah, let's see. We also have channel member Steve Cassidy Guitar is here. Welcome in, Steve. Always good to see you hanging with us, man. Even though he is 5 hours into the future, almost midnight for him, I think. Something like that. Let's see. I do have another submission, a late submission from Cucumber. Let me see if we can get it added in here and here. And again, I haven't had a chance to review this, so no porn bombing or anything. Mr. Cucumber, CMBR. Let's watch.
Yeah.
Let's go. Right on, man. Very, very cool.
nice Charvel, Cucumber.
There was something sitting up on the desk too that had the Charvel logo on it. Almost looked like a little head unit or something. I don't know what that was. Maybe Cucumber will let us know.
Was it a DK24 or 22?
We got Mel Johnson is here, loud and clear, North Carolina. Welcome in. Always good to see everybody here. Let's see. Storm watch here in Kansas. Severe weather on the way. Hope you don't get taken away by a tornado.
Isn't that what happens in Kansas?
Yep. And that's the whole premise of The Wizard of Oz. Got caught in a tornado and ended up not in Kansas anymore. Something like that. Let's see. Cucumber says it is a DK24.
My goodness.
Okay, 27.
I know I was on the record earlier dissing vegetables because they taste like sad.
Right.
But if you do want to not get scurvy, I mean, I highly recommend the
Clamato
Caesar.
Or some lime and some beer.
That way you get your veggies and you get to like it too.
And you can mix it with vodka and make it taste
Well, there's
not
vodka
sad.
built in. These
Oh,
are
is
6% alcohol.
Oh, I thought it was just like a clam
Some of
mix
us
or whatever.
could make it 10%
Oh, simmer
alcohol.
down now.
It can make it 90% alcohol.
Well, at best, we got 100 proof. So
Let's do something.
My daughter's actually out
Floyd
there with
here.
a shovel digging a hole.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
She's doing a yard burial. Huh?
I comforted her, telling her that, you know, if I had 2 hours left to live and I hit my head or whatever the fuck was going on with that thing, I'd rather spend it with her taking care of me than being out in the front yard hopping along and underneath a fucking tree.
No, the pink pony.
I use different language. I may be speaking verbatim, but yeah, no.
Honey, have you ever seen Old Yeller?
Well, right? Jimmy knows.
See, Blue Monk saw it too. He's asking what the hardware on the bench was.
Dun, 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 dun.
Next video.
Let's play some tunes, dude.
Oh, darn, I missed it.
What happened there? See, we do need the 20-minute loop of that, John.
It's okay. I was lost anyway.
That was good, man. Dang
Where's
it.
Randy?
Okay, wait a second here. I want to take a closer look at fucking Jimmy's guitar.
This one?
It's a Tuesday.
Those EMGs, Jim?
I'm here.
This
It's
old
for
thing?
Tuesday.
Well, not this
No,
one.
this is a
one's-
different one,
well,
John, I think.
Oh, okay. Fuck's sakes. Sorry.
I did change stuff on it, so. But
The only thing I don't like necessarily is the thinness of that upper horn. I guess it's solid, but I mean, it's
Well, it's a good thing it's not your
It's got a
guitar.
good carve on it. But I mean, yeah, very demonic with the red and the dark. Is that ebony?
the ebony fingerboard with some
yeah, there you go.
sweet ass looking abalone.
Fuck me.
Baloney.
Baloney.
And the bridge. What do you got there for the bridge?
I have Miracle Whip inlays.
It had a Floyd Rose on it, and I changed it to a Godo 1996.
Fuck yeah. Jesus.
Nice.
Right. I wasn't
It
wrong.
is a 1997 Carvin DC 127.
What's up, boys?
Right.
We had a little power glitch. Everything turned off.
Good old
Maybe the
Irish
Matrix.
goodbye.
I'm having a glitch myself just looking at Jimmy's guitar.
Let me get back over here to the comments. Get over
That's what's
here.
going on.
Yeah, lots of stuff going on up there.
Zach's here. He's like loving that guitar too.
Right on, right on.
Oh, you know what?
Hey,
We
look here.
need Randy.
We got Dan Gorman is here.
That's right.
Hang on. Randy said he was getting tired of it, so.
We could both do it at the same time.
Right? Oh, here we go.
Guitar Center time's over.
Right? Welcome in, Dan Gorman.
Yeah, you got the extra special today.
I hope he doesn't expect that every time.
The biggest walk-on riff playing ever for Dan Gorman. Let's see.
Dan
Let's
Gorman's
see.
here?
Dan Gorman is here. Right on. What else is going on in the chat? Zach says the interface I have hooked up to my computer right now is the Steinberg UR22.
Interesting.
Well, it's got Steinberg in the name. Hopefully that's
Just
pretty
needs
good. Right? It is Steinberg 22.
Now, if you had the Steinberg and a burger, wouldn't you have a Steinberger?
That too.
Well, that reminds me, I got a 2-pound fucking primer.
I think it's a different Steinberg. I think it's the Q-based one, isn't it?
I don't know. Not familiar with those. A lot of comments on the carving there.
Yeah.
Let's see. Blue Mox, Randy, how do you make Ryan do that? Can you
Ryan's
guys
an
play
individual. He don't do anything he don't want to do.
that in 2-part harmony?
We play what?
That's a freaking beauty.
No idea. Oh, Arky was keeping score 1 point. Randy is the
mean it's
master
like
of
15
what he does. I wish I could play like Randy.
I can play the tapping part to Eruption, by God.
All right, let's just go to the Unchained intro and cut the nonsense.
We got ourselves a circle jerk. Exactly.
We got Razmataz is here. Welcome in. That's a new name. Welcome to the channel. Says, hi guys, massive improv and off the cuff spontaneity on the spot guitar work. Any chance doing 3 infused Joe Satriani songs as in Into a Blue Dream, Circles, and Surfing with the Aliens, New Zealand? Well, you'd have to talk to the Satriani man over there, which is Jimmy.
You only got 3 to do.
It
Flying
doesn't
in a
have
blue
Saturn
dream.
anywhere even near. Hi. He's ready to play fucking grunt truck or something.
Don't put Jimmy on the spot.
We kind of do what
Y'all
we
put me
know
on the
here.
spot all the
And
time.
Satriani is not one that I personally know, so I wouldn't be able to help you out there.
Jimmy's got a couple Sats covers, don't you?
No Man's Land. Eddie, you're cheating again. He knows what's up. He knows what's up. Let's see. Edvis guitar solo competition. No, never a competition. Never at all. Never.
It trades back and forth, right?
We do need to do some kind of that call and
Nice, John.
respond thing to some of the backing tracks.
Nice.
I was spending some time in EV Mux trying to create rooms over on Matt's
It's
channel
just
here.
impossible to do. Yeah.
And it was really screwed up. Over there, I have a layout that I made, but it's specific to Ken, myself, and Matt.
Yes, you can do it if you have specific people.
And I don't know. I guess if somebody else showed up, I could reassign them as a speaker seat. And it's like all this fucking different shit. It's like,
Yep.
come on, man. Can I just have fucking 8 people
Yeah.
on the side and have one person playing, please?
Yeah, they don't allow any modification to the dynamic scene, basically.
Well, if you're making a pro scene, it's specific to the scene that you're making at the time. It can't be
Right.
a generic
Exactly.
dynamic scene.
I'm sure eventually that will change. You know,
Fuck's sakes.
once the
Ramon!
price of EV Mux doubles
fuck's
like
Ramon?
StreamYard did. Yeah. So what's next?
B minor, B minor, B
Ooh, I love
is
B
in
minor.
Bob.
I'll be back.
C, C, C,
C rider.
C.
Oh my goodness, Randy.
Good stuff, brother. Good stuff, all of you.
I didn't think so, but thanks.
Cool.
That was good. Dig it. Dig it. Dig it. Can you dig it? Don't make me play the fucking.
Seeing as we're also
Oh, wait, wrong one.
seeing
Al's
as we're
back.
also-
Arturo! Fuck yeah. Can you play me some Gojira? Do I have to like super chat you or something? How does that work?
Man, I'm rusty on that one.
I don't believe it.
It's been like 3 weeks.
You can feel it.
It's been like 3 weeks. Yeah.
I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Hold on, hold on. Or give us your best crying in the rain. If you want to go to the staple. The staple of my diet. Sykes, man. Gotta love the Sykes.
You want the Sykes?
Oh, Jesus.
I gotta bring out the reggaeton for that.
All right. We'll give you a minute. What are you up to, John? I got like an extra pound of fucking prime rib. Come over. I gotta start a fire. God damn it. What time is it? It's still early. 4 o'clock. It's 4 o'clock and I've got a rock. Got myself a Heineken. Wait, no, I'm drinking a Caesar.
Soon as
Heineken's next, though. Tell you what.
we're so good in C, let's do another one in C, yeah?
Don't make me go first.
Don't know how much I like that one.
I don't like C on a standard tune guitar.
Yeah, it's a pain in the butt.
I was kind of
I enjoyed
chowder
it.
fest
I
over
had
there.
fun. Trying to play around with some of these weird fucking scenes. Oh, look at that.
Let's not. Let's just stick to what's not annoying.
What?
Damn.
God damn it. Al, you got something to play?
I
You
know
want
it
to
was
jam
a bit
or
of a
what?
trip, man.
Big Al.
All right.
You going to give her on something?
Trev wants some Sykes. Give him some Sykes.
Oh, hello, dog.
Awesome. The man from the Dusty City.
When he's burning with the fever, a stranger calls when he's lonely in the night. I wanna go crazy with the thoughts of retribution.
shit.
That was badass.
Thank
I
you.
don't know. I don't know how that sounded over there.
I don't have any
ripping.
better thing to say than just thank you for that.
Sounded good to me, bro.
Amazing.
Well, I think Earl sums it up here.
Exactly. Killer.
That boy was on one.
That was butter.
Got anything you want to play, Matty?
I can do a thing. Butter.
Do it, man.
Do it.
Do it too.
Do it.
Question is, are my levels gonna be all fucked up?
I just did a Star Wars blitz last couple days. Watched 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna watch 9. I'm gonna just skip the Jar Jar years because. But anyway,
Just because. Never was a Star Wars guy.
well, I was standing in line there in 1977. When the first came out, and you had the Empire Strikes Back, and with the I'm your father. What? It was almost as big as Who Shot JR. If you know, you know.
Okay, should be good to go.
I'll say hit it. You're going to hit it. You ready?
When Matt hits it, it gets hit.
Hit it, brother.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
A ghost in the flame, smoking her lungs, but she whispers no names. A tongue like a razor, no touches a curse. She'll leave you hollow, better or worse. No love, no sorrow, no reason to stay. She watches the sunrise and she turns away. No love, no sorrow, no reason to stay. She watches the sunrise and she turns away. It's got cold blood under black eyeliner. No tears left, no goodbye. She only cared if she made it out alive. Make it out alive.
Nice.
Ta-da! That was horrible.
Yeah, man. It's better than mine.
I should have moved the mic back before I started. Things and stuff you should have done.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda. It's done. It's over. It's awesome.
That was awesome.
It was very
I don't like
nice.
the in-ears. It makes everything not prominent. Gonna have to go back to the headphones. But I feel so free.
James,
Huh?
so you back there practicing? You got something lined up?
what?
I don't know.
You
Got
playing
something
all the
lined
time,
up?
Randy. What's the two yet?
Chicken sandwich.
Is it what I think it is? It's gonna get stuck in my head for 2 weeks.
Nope.
Lava chicken.
It is not, Randy.
Is it the other one that's gonna get stuck in my head for 2 weeks?
Probably.
Okay, let's do it.
Oh, yeah.
Hello.
Sold our sons and we sold our daughters. Pretty soon we'll sell our brothers. Took the gold, but the gold was water. I tried to save the world, but I failed. She cried the tears that I never left her. I left them all behind.
Even Jimmy couldn't take it.
My guitars have been like
Oh,
going
for
weird.
Pete's
It's
sake.
like 80% humidity here. It's just like, yeah.
It's all good, man.
So we're gonna start over.
Well, the best part is you have more.
More. In the minute.
Grab old Mossy here.
More. That sounds like another Heineken to me. Okay, I'm going to take a momentary pause for station identification. I'll be right back.
Hey, listen to that. All right. Shall we do round two?
our daughter. Pretty soon we'll sell our brother. Took the gold, but the gold was water. I tried to save the world, but I failed. She cried the tears that I never left her. I left them all behind. We were sitting in your darkest hour. Oh, summer's gone. We tried to make the world so much better. We said our words in a pretty perfume letter. You sit alone in your ivory towers. I'm just one person, I don't matter. You tapped the needle and you went to heaven. You left it all behind. Now you're feeling oh so better. Oh, too hard to fly. You should have seen me then, yeah, yeah, yeah. Too hard to fly, my
Very good, Jimmy. Very good.
What the?
Excellent.
Much better with a in-tune guitar.
Nice.
2 thumbs up here for sure.
Peterson's
Hell yeah.
drum tuner.
Peter
I was out
North, what?
front getting stuff.
Peter North Turner.
Oh, you got a something.
They're like strawberry strips. 250 milligrams each.
Nothing wrong with that. It's like a fruit strip thing, but
It tastes like it's
better.
got like
A fruit roll up.
kind of like a real strawberry preserve mixed with like whatever they make gummies out of.
Gelatin or some shit.
Glycerol.
Glycerol or whatever the fuck it is.
for sure.
And a whole lot of Mother Nature.
Rather eat it and smoke it.
It's potent. The whole room probably smells now.
Yeah.
Like strawberry.
Yay! Like strawberries and dope. Well, that's 500. We should have fun now.
Settle down, baby.
You want to see my packer?
Not yet.
Let me get another 500 in, then maybe. Where'd Ryan go?
Do some stuff. Anyone
Stuff and
else?
things.
Did we notice that Rob re-upped himself here?
I did. Oh, you want to do that? Yeah, here, let me find the.
What's up, man?
Here? No, it's not here. It's going to be. I got you.
I think it's only fitting to do a little dogs for him. Yeah, you guys into that?
Anytime, anywhere.
Do it, man. Do it.
What's up, Darren?
go.
Ta-da!
Yay!
I think it's time to wrap up. Ben's going to be on in 10 minutes, 12 minutes.
Right.
No!
What the?
Blip.
Good time, boys. Good time.
Blip. 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 Good times, guys. Good times.
John, you got an outro track to play?
Let's do one.
Yeah.
No C.
That's for you, Trev.
We'll do the one in D minor that you sent over.
I don't even know which one that is. Okay.
Something dusty in D minor.
That is.
I sent this?
You did.
Okay.
Let's go. Hit it, Joe.
Right. Did we lose Trev too? No, there he is. Well, thank everybody for coming out. It's been awesome. We will be back Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Guitarsenal, which I think is going to be all about modding.
Sean, Randy, and John.
Okay, yeah, Randy, you picked the outro song.
All right, see you guys.
Thanks for hanging out,
See y'all.
everybody.
Bye.
What were the bands? Awesome.
Doses. Later. Whatever Christopher Live Silva says, get loud, get live, don't get old, or some shit.
Don't get old, man. Get out
Later.
Eddie Van Halen here, telling you, keep playing, man. Gotta keep playing. It's the only thing there is. Music, man. Keep playing. All right? I'm gonna come looking for you if you don't.